Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 3. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gon' get into it. Now, listen, I actually really enjoyed this episode. I must say, you ladies get an 8 out of 10. It was really enjoyable because when I first started watching, I was just like, I hope this is not another pile on Stacey episode because I'm not in the mood. Oh, and also a side note, the taglines aren't tagging. I don't like none of them, child. I don't like none of them. So when the episode first opens up, we see Angel and her husband. They're discussing the budget for their home. Ashley is cycling in a full face and a heavy wig, earrings to match. Like, Ashley, please give us something, okay? Something. Because now you're cycling in a full wig, makeup, and earrings. And girl, bye. So then we see Stacey and her daughter. So her daughter, Arabella, is getting pageant lessons. And I think her daughter is so stinking cute. You know, they're there trying to work on her walk. So Stacey FaceTimed her next current man. Honey, I don't know what the hell they got going on. To let him know that she is now walking and to let him see her pageant walk. Let me see you walk. So she wanted to show off her walk and let her dad see it. She's like, you know, Arabella, I don't think she's stupid. I don't think she knows that her dad and I are back together. Girl, we don't give a damn. Moving forward. In the next scene, Wendy and Kierna meet up, child, sitting on the dock of the bay. I said, this is finna be a fool. Kierna wants to discuss the issues that they are having. Girl, you are the only one having the issues they are having is a stretch. The issue that you are having. So Wendy comes. She's like, what's going on? Something. I don't know. She said some little catchphrase like, what's the word? I don't know, child. I don't know. Because I'm trying so hard to focus when it comes to Wendy. But Wendy, you done pissed me off. Because you really did great this episode. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, if you don't find some receipts. Anywho. She comes on over. Kierna wants to discuss the issues. She said, you know, I feel like you're a housewife on camera friend, but off camera it's giving standoffish and like you don't really like me for real. And I don't like that. Kierna brings up the event, okay, called Preakness because before we get into anything, let's get this out the way. She said, are you having an event for Preakness? She said, because I've already done the legwork. So I just wanted to know if you were going to have an event as well. And so Wendy said, yeah, I put in the legwork also. And the First Lady of Maryland reached out to me. She was like, oh, the First Lady of Maryland reached out to Wendy. Okay, Wendy, have your event. I'm like, Kierna, are you nuts? Why would you even want to collaborate with a person that you think doesn't like you? If you think that she does not like you and you clearly don't seem to like her, why would you want to collaborate on an event? Make it make sense. Girl, bye. Moving forward. So then she moves on to how Wendy acted when she spoke to her at Ashley's event. She was like, you know, I just feel like you weren't paying me any attention. Wendy gets in the confessional and she's like, girl, it's giving childish. Okay. I am the only one who came to you after Ashley had said that you got your money from a dope boy. I was the one who came and checked on you when you were crying. Kierna said, yeah, girl. That's cool. But you put on for the camera. So you do what you think looks good and sounds good in the moment. She said Wendy was all locked in talking to Gizelle when she came over and she does not even like Gizelle. So then they started pointing fingers at each other. You don't like her. You don't like her. None of us like her. Child, let me speak for me. Let's be clear. Okay, first of all, duh. Okay, that's number one. And now that we got that out the way, neither one of you like each other. Gizelle don't like y'all and y'all don't like Gizelle. But Gizelle knows what to do to keep money in the Etch-a-Sketch house. So therefore, and thus and such, Gizelle gonna play the long game. So you ain't got to like her as long as Bravo continues depositing those checks. None of y'all really like each other. I'm trying to figure out which housewife really likes each other in their franchise, because it's always some backbiting, some foolishness. So, I mean, this didn't really give nothing, child. It was just pointing, you don't like her. No, you don't like her. And still, she rises, honey. Shout out to Stacey. So they were going back and forth and back. And they got absolutely nowhere. Like, this was the most hamster wheel conversation that I have heard in a while. Because in the midst of it, Wendy just started cackling. And Kay was like, girl, go to hell. And I'm just sitting here like, what is happening? Now, I must say, both of y'all looked really good. Okay, sitting on the dock of the bay. The wigs were giving very much paid for in full. Okay. And Wendy was like, in her confessional, I just feel like she's a little bit too needy to be my friend as an adult. I just think she's too needy. Listen, I'm going to say this. Kierna, I do not think that you are making up things, but you do have a hard time explaining yourself so that the issue lands. I don't know what you be talking about sometimes. I really don't. It's like, I know you think you have a point, and maybe you do, but the way that you articulate it, I can't figure it out. I'm super confused. Now, I can see Wendy not really wanting to be bothered when the cameras go down. I mean, she just seemed like the type. So therefore, and thus and such, she doesn't seem like a stretch to me, because y'all know that's just, Wendy is the type of person who will look directly in the camera, break the fourth wall, make her faces. Remember when they were talking about Mia and her lying? And Wendy was like, you guys shouldn't say that. She was talking to Gizelle and Robin and taking up for Mia. 2 seconds later, the producer is talking to Wendy. Everybody has gone home. And Wendy was like, now, she lying. Because that's how Wendy does. So I don't think that Kierna is making this all up in her mind. It's the way that she articulates it. Because Wendy does give me that. And I like Wendy. But I stand on Kierna piping up so that she doesn't seem boring and so that nobody brings up Greg. And she ain't fooling me. I don't care who she argues with on this season. I'm not changing it. She is arguing with everybody so that they don't bring up Greg and so that she will not be deemed as boring. But you're going from one end of the spectrum to the other. Let's just get a nice common middle ground. Okay? And Kierna, just so you're clear, y'all are co-workers. Nothing more, nothing less, honey. You need to stick with Angel. I mean, for now, honey. I don't think our relationship gonna last, but maybe that's just me. Moving forward. And speaking of Angel, she's at the house with her family. We see her whole family is there. Her babies, her dad, her husband's mom. And she's telling us that her mom passed 10 years ago. And my condolences to you, Angel. Angel is telling this story about how when she brought her new husband to her mom's house, her mom never liked for people to wear their shoes in the house. So then he gonna say to Angel, well, your mama ain't here no more. Now, let me tell you this. Listen to me. I must be sensitive because it would be an immediate no for him. I don't give a damn who you are. Okay? You need to show my mama some respect in life and in death. Well, your mama ain't here no more. Honey, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too sensitive. I don't like that. I ain't like that at all. She said just as the window was open, and I think it was either the door or the window, papers flew off the table. So basically, her mom was like, yeah, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. See, mama don't play. Mama does not play. So then she starts telling him about the whole chin check thing and how she has to get to the bottom of it because she doesn't understand why Kierna would use the term chin check. Well, girl, I can't wait till y'all get to the bottom of it. In the next scene, Stacey and Jazzy are meeting up. Hey, girl. Now, y'all know Jazzy just recently got married and she just pops in and out. I don't know. It's not sticking, but she does pop in and out. So, of course, they bonded over Mia ghosting them in Miami. We found out at the reunion last year. And Stacey and Jazzy are just sitting there talking. Stacey wanted to know how her wedding planning was going. And she was like, girl, you don't have to shop for my dresses. And it's going well. So then Jazzy mentioned Preakness and how she's going, right? And Stacey's like, oh, I'm going too. Everybody's going to Preakness. She said, Wendy and Kierna are having dueling events. One of them is having an event. I got a text message for that. And then the other one is having an event as well. And I got a text message for that. And y'all know what? It reminded, because I feel like Potomac is recycling their old seasons and bringing it to us repackaged. They're regifting their seasons. Okay. And child, don't play with me. It reminds me of when Gizelle and Karen were both putting on an event. It was last season, actually. Or was it the season before? No, it was last season. Both of them were putting on an event. Gizelle was putting on an event in honor of her father, and it was going to be some charitable donations given and all that. And the girls came traipsing in too damn late, courtesy of Ashley, because Karen decided that she wanted to go ahead and send a text message and be messy and intercede, knowing dang on well that Gizelle's event was first. So that's what this was giving me. So then Stacey starts talking about how every time she gets with the heifers, they do the most, like asking for her divorce papers. And I wish that I was a fly on the wall to see how Gizelle and Ashley felt when TMZ broke the story that Stacey's divorce is actually real. Ashley, they ain't never break no story on you, honey. Never. Okay? Her divorce is actually real. They pulled the documents. It's not something that she made on Adobe Acrobat. Gizzard. It's a real divorce. Okay? So she was saying how they want to ask for her divorce papers every time she gets together. Stacey said, look, didn't Gizelle get back with her ex? And did. And listen, don't get it twisted. I believe Ashley drove back, shout out to Candace, told creepy looking Michael too. And she ain't fooling me, allegedly. Okay? Because it took too damn long. Come on, we're fighting over money and who's going to watch the kids. Girl, please. Because I ain't buying nothing that you talking about. Let's just be so serious. So when she said that, she said while she's worried about me, she's dating a retired NFL player. Gizelle has a whole man. Baby, when they blurred out that man's face but kept his name, the way I hopped on the Googler, I damn near broke my thumb. I said, oh, honey, let me see what this is. Now, truth be told, she can date, child. She can date. Do what you gonna do. She's not attached. He looks like a younger Sherman. Honey, if y'all remember when Sherman came around, but they ran his ass off because they said he was doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing in the park after dark. Honey, brought his whole ex-wife on there and everything else. Gizzard never brought a real man to this franchise again. Okay, that was their one chance. Y'all had one job and y'all never saw a man again. She went and got Jamal playing in our face. And now she's with this man secretly. She went on the Love Hotel. She ain't like none of them men. And now she's here with this man. He's 50 years old. And I mean, I don't know. He just reminded me of Sherman. But whatever. Now, me personally, I would have been digging into Applehead's business because she is so pressed. Ashley is the one that has nothing else to do. See, the thing is, Ashley makes it so obvious that she has nothing else to do. But Ashley just fades into the background until she comes with something. And when she does it too much. Take your size 11 and get all of that away. Like, it's just too much. It's just too damn much. If she ain't doing them damn TikTok dances, she's sipping the coffee, sipping the tea. Then she was healing and surviving and thriving. And then when they sent that cease and desist for that damn beat, she stopped thriving and surviving. And now we have her on a cycle in a full face of glam and a heavy wig. Ashley, I said good day. Moving forward. I mean, there's really nothing to see here. Gizelle ain't for real dating nobody, honey. I'm telling you, she just dipping it and doing it. Y'all heard her tagline. Now that I'm an empty nester, I will walk around naked on the west wing of the Etch-a-Sketch house. Y'all heard it. Child, y'all heard it. I'm not gonna let Potomac worry me, honey. I am not. In the next scene, Tia, no Tamara, she's at home with her kids, and baby, she got some sassy little daughters, honey. They're going back and forth and back. According to her, they're a lot. Now that's what she said. That ain't me, that's her. She said they're a lot. The kids are bickering and Tia is over it. So then her husband comes in and he tried to assist, but then Tia was like, you're making it a big deal. I don't know. It just felt like she was undermining his authority in that moment. Because do you want him to stop arguing or not? I didn't get it. So her and her husband pick up, they go outside to talk. And she's telling him, you know, she has so much going on, but she feels like her husband has been supportive. But then she says that she was upset with one day when she came home, she still had to cook and she didn't like that. He said, well, you have to understand, I also wake up early. I wake up at 6 a.m. and I get going. So I have things going on as well. Now, it sounds like the two of you need to delegate some more responsibility to these kids. That's what it's giving me. Let me tell you something. I started cooking at 14. I'm not saying make them the chef, but I am saying every now and again, they can put something on, honey. Some spaghetti. Hell, it can be SpaghettiOs. Somebody gonna have to do something. Order a pizza. Y'all be getting them DoorDashes, honey. Do whatever you gonna do. But I can't do it when I come home. I'm tired. So he says to her, you know, I also work. So she brought up the point that she needs to give them some responsibility, but he said you never enforce that stuff. The thing is, we need to sit down together and come to the kids together as a united front to see if we can get something going. Tia, it seems that you and the mister have a lot to talk about. Child, I'm surprised you don't have a chef or somebody to help prepare meals the way you be talking. I just knew you were going to have a chef of all people. Girl, if you don't call HelloFresh or somebody so that you can get a break. In the next scene, Gizelle, Tia, and Angel meet up. And so they're all there at the store, and they brought up Angel's tranquility gathering. So Tia said, I was the only one wearing yoga gear. Gizelle gonna have the nerve, the unmitigated gall, the gumption to say out of her mouth, yeah, girl, it definitely wasn't giving stylish. Tia said, not you talking about somebody's style. Baby, that was so funny to me. Gizzard, you tried it, honey. I'm not gonna play with you. So then Wendy arrived. I was confused about the attire because I felt like it was missing the bottom half. It was cute, but I was waiting for the rest of it to arrive. Honey, I just didn't know what was going on. Maybe I'm not fashion forward, but I don't want to be pushed that forward. The only forward that I guess I need is what? Moving forward. That's about the only one. So Wendy gets there and Gizelle's like, okay, legs, I see all them thighs. So, they're having a little banter for about 2 seconds. Gizelle then tells them that she ain't had no fun at the sound bowl of it all. Angel was like, you guys didn't have any fun? No, baby, that was not fun. That was pick on Stacy and and drink some tea that Wendy was pretending was spiked. That was not fun. Okay, so then Gizelle said no. Okay, so I'm inviting y'all on a trip to Nevis, and we're going to be staying at the Four Seasons. We're going to be zipping it and zooing it, and I brought you all to this old lady store so we can pick out some things. Baby, the way I looked around that store, I said, what is happening in here? So then Angel starts talking about how it's the first time of her being away from her daughters. And of course, y'all know Wendy can relate because that's how she came in on her first season. So they start shopping, right? Gizelle over there talking about think flowy, think tight and right. Ma'am, we do not need a now piece of a direction from you. Okay, Gizzard? All these knit tops in here and crochet, we don't need it. We don't need it. Oh, Gizelle. Crazy as hell. So Wendy and Angel are off to the side, right? And Angel said, well, how did your talk go with Kierna? Wendy said, well, I just didn't understand where she was coming from. She was trying to explain it to me, but I didn't get it. So then Tia said, well, you did come up and ask her if she did her own makeup. And that didn't sound nice. So Wendy said, well, it didn't sound nice because you're making it not sound nice. Now, when I thought about it, and I'm going to start a new segment on my channel called On Second Thought. Because sometimes I do these reviews and then I think back to something and I'm like, you know what? On second thought, I'm with you. Now, Kierna, I'm finna give you a rope, honey. I'm finna give you a rope, honey, a lifeline. That was shady. If I come to an event and we all have glam and, we're all known to get done up and Kierna is always stunning in her confessionals at the reunion, she's always dressed to the nines. She always looks nice. So if you come to me and I'm at an event and the first thing you say to me is, girl, did you do your own makeup? It's implying that it's not giving that flawless look that us housewives give. So it could have been interpreted as some shady business. Okay, I'm just saying. Now that I think about it, and I'm like, wait a minute, girl, that kind of was shade. Okay, on second thought. So y'all be on the lookout for that, honey. Some of these reviews will have an on second thought, and I need y'all to support. Moving forward. So then Gizelle goes, well, are you and Kierna okay, Angel? And Angel said, well, Kierna talked to me about the chin check thing, and she said she didn't say it. Well, baby, what'd she say that for? Now, as she said that, I was just thinking she did say that. And then she admitted it at the party, and she apologized. So did she double back? And she indeed did double back. She doubled back and doubled down on the fact that she did not say it. So then Angel said, I feel like that's a problem. Because if you said that for real, I would not use that language about my friend. So then Gizelle says in the confessional, listen, I am not a liar. And y'all say so much foolishness that I don't have to make things up anymore. Baby, not anymore. Did y'all peep that? I said, see, we all knew that you used to be lying. I knew Gizelle used to be making up stuff. And let me just take y'all back, because y'all know, baby, one thing I'm going to do is insert a receipt. Y'all remember when they went to, I think they went to Paris. They went to Paris or London. They went somewhere. Okay. Robin was going to hang out with another group, and Gizelle was hanging out with the other group. So Gizelle just flat out lied, saying that, the girls didn't want to wait on Robin and they didn't want to have anything to do with Robin. It was just a whole flat out lie. And I remember thinking as I was watching it, girl, you just made that up. They went ahead and left without Robin. That's what happened, because y'all know Robin used to always be late. And she came out like, dang, y'all couldn't wait on me or whatever when she finally caught up to them. And Gizelle flat out told her, well, they didn't want to wait for you. So me and you, we could just go do something together, because she wanted it to just be her and Robin away from the group. So now that you say, well, I don't even have to make things up anymore. Girl, we knew you was lying. Okay. Sneaky link, anyone? Moving forward. So then Angel says, well, she knows what happened with her. So using that phrase is crazy. Now, let me say this. As my friend, why would you ever bring up that incident knowing that it's something extra sensitive to her? Now, Kierna don't know what she be talking about half the time. But the way that you just threw that out there for no reason, what do the two have to do with each other? She can't say chin check because that girl was unhinged. I don't need no friends like this, honey. That's why I just stay in my little cocoon and I don't bother nobody, honey. I just do my reviews and go on about my business, honey, because I do not have time. Now, I will say this. The way that Kierna exaggerated, this whole thing, the chin check situation, the way that she exaggerates her words leads me to believe that she inflates situations for the plot of it all. So she could very well be putting 50 on 10 and making Wendy sound like something that she's not, because that's what she does. She overinflates the story. Baby, she is going to give you a good old fiction novel if she don't do nothing else. And Angel, you might can't be trusted, because I'm sure that you knew the impact of that happening to her. So for you to bring that up, that's low, honey. Shout out to Kiki Wyatt. I just think that's low. So then Gizelle said, okay, well, you know what? The next gathering, this is the first thing on the agenda. In the next scene, it's the day of Preakness. So Kierna has her pregame set up, right? Everything looks beautiful. It really does. It looks really nice. Greg made an appearance. Hey, sir. I mean, I could do without, but we're here. He's pretending to be supportive. And she has somehow rationalized him not supporting her in the past. Talking about, well, you know what? I had to realize that his support may not be what Kierna wants, but it's what's best for me. And girl, what? Listen, I want you to come from out of the dark. I don't know what y'all got going on, but this just don't make no damn sense. So the ladies are starting to arrive. Stacy was the first one to arrive, and I was surprised she even got an invitation, but she's there. And I said, child, this is a mess. She takes Greg in the other room. Well, they're in the other room. And she said, do you live here? Do you guys live here together? He said, no, this is her spot, but I'm over here a lot. Stacy said, honey, let me do some asking of the questions since y'all in my business. Do you stay here? Baby, Stacy messy, honey. So the rest of the ladies arrive, minus Wendy, right? And Kierna was offended by Gizzard's outfit. Kierna, baby. We don't get offended by Gizzard's outfits. We just look at them, nod, and smile. Because you already know what time it is. Like, let's just be so for real. So Gizelle tells them that they're all invited to Nevis into the Four Seasons. I said, Gizelle, please stay calm, baby. It's just the Four Seasons. Y'all gonna be all right, okay? So then Wendy comes sashaying in. I said, ma'am. Oh my gosh. Baby, the way she sashayed in that damn room. And I was looking at her. I said, baby, not this being the outfit that you were wearing on your post, thanking the people for their support. Baby, this cannot be real. Wendy posted a picture in reference to everything that's been all over the news, okay? And she's wearing this exact outfit. And she says she wants to thank people for their outpouring support and their love. Baby, this is a mess. So then Angel arrived next. And Gizelle got in the confessional and she said, what is going on with Angel's titties? No, take that out. She said, no, take that out. Everyone looks nice. Gizelle, girl, don't piss me off. It's probably filled with milk. Honey, she just has bosoms. Some people have titties and, some people have teats. Some people have breasts and some people have bosoms. Angel happens to have bosoms. I mean, she has a bosom. There was some spillage, but you need to worry about yourself. She just had a baby. Okay, worry about yourself. It could be filled with milk. You don't know what's going on. Talking about what's going on with Angel's titties. Girl, bye. So they all sit down. Kierna tells them the black-eyed Susan is a ladies' day. I liken it to the Kentucky Derby. That's what it gives me. But she's saying that the black-eyed Susan is a ladies' day, and so that's why she put this event together. So Gizelle was like, wait a minute. How did we end up here when it's Wendy's event? Well, baby, what she say that for? I said, Lord, all Gizelle does is produce scenes. Now, this one was good, but all she does is produce scenes. This one was good. I ain't gonna lie. It was good. So then Kierna says, it's a lot of first, better, best with Wendy. Stacey said, what does that mean? Let me tell you something, Stacey. You probably were confused because I ain't never damn heard of no first, better, best. I've heard of good, better, best. And see, this is what I'm talking about. How Kierna does not know words. I don't know, child. First, better, best. Okay. She said Wendy likes to be first, better, or best. And Wendy's is wondering what the issue is now. She's like, girl, leave me alone. Kierna, leave me alone, girl. What is it now? She said, you know what? It's so awkward to constantly have an issue with me. Like, it's getting weird. So then Stacey wants to know, how is she competing in this moment? So then Kierna said, well, I mean, she brought up going downstairs. No, we're here right now. We're enjoying this. So then Wendy starts saying that reads are rehearsed. It's given very much somebody else wrote them. And so Kierna said, girl, please, you come with this professor attitude. Wendy said, you know what? You're bringing up my profession because you're insecure about yours. See, Wendy, this is why the people don't like you, child. Let me just say this. Both of you are equally successful in your own right. I love that you have 4 degrees. You better get your education. This ain't no ICDC college. We got it. But at the same time, please do not negate the fact that this is a woman doing it for herself and she has a very successful business, a Black owned business. So I wouldn't be putting down her profession because you think your degrees are superior to her profession. And I didn't like that. I was like, okay, Wendy, please don't do that. But Kierna, baby, calm down. She's here. She's trying. She's in the space. What more do you want? What is the issue? So then Gizelle pipes up and she brings up that Kierna told Angel that she didn't say chin checked. She said, you didn't say that? She said, let me tell you something. I am not a liar. Girl, the jury is still out. Okay, I don't know about all that. Angel said, yes, I don't think you're a liar, but I don't believe that she would use those words when it comes to her friend. Okay, I just don't believe it because it's really aggressive. She said, even though y'all don't think it's a big deal, to me, it's a big deal. So then Kierna said, you were hurt. Okay, I got it. Yep. You know what? And I will own that. And Angel said, okay, and let's be clear. I have always had your back. Baby, you don't have to be tied only to Kierna because you're on this show now. Kierna just barely got a place. Please relax. You do not have to do everything that Kierna says to do because she was on this platform 5 months before you. You're going to be fine. Okay? You really don't. Wendy said, wait a minute, hold up now. Your demeanor was not the same at the store, baby. So they show a good old flashback. And Gizelle was like, it sure wasn't. It definitely was different. And I feel like Angel is a bit nice nasty. And she's a little bit lost in the sauce. I peeped it a long time ago. I told y'all, it's giving fake kumbaya. Because if you put them damn bowl of mints up there for Stacey, that means that's how you get down. And it seems like you're having a problem or an issue with everyone that Kierna has a problem or an issue, even in her head, with. That's what it's giving. So then Wendy says, at the store, I mean, you were saying you were hurt and you said those were fighting words. And then Tia even piped up and said, yeah, I didn't know that meant that much. But because of your reaction, I learned that day. So then Wendy went on to say, and what you said about her and that brawl. And Kierna was like, oh, she brought that up. Yes, ma'am, she did. She brought up that gash in your forehead. She did. And of course, Gizelle is co-signing because Kierna done pissed her off by making her look like a liar. Here come Ashley piping up talking about, we just want to understand. Girl, hush. Just hush. You were not even there. Oh, Ashley infuriates me. I am trying to understand this olive oil inspired confessional wig. How about that? I don't care what you're trying to understand. I'm trying to understand who told you that made sense and told you that looked good. Just always talking. You didn't have anything to do in the scene. So we're just trying to understand, Angel. You weren't there. Okay? Zip it. You always come in talking and you weren't somewhere. Every time they have a scene, you're never around, but you come in giving your 2 cents afterward. Girl, be quiet. So then Angel said, well, it was because I was hurt. So then Kierna told Angel, you have a right to feel how you feel. But whatever this chat was that y'all had, let this be the last one. Baby. I said, honey, I couldn't be friends with her. You're not finna talk to me like that. You done lost your damn mind. She looks to Angel and she says, do you like this woman? Do you like this woman? And Angel is like hemming and hawing a little bit. What I don't. Wendy said, oh, you don't like me? What? What you mean you don't like me? She said, I don't like this because I feel like you're painting me out to be fake. Now they done turned on Wendy. Now, what really threw me off about Angel is Ashley piped up and she was not even there. That should have been the first person you got on. Gizelle piped up, but she ain't gonna come for the queen because they think Gizelle run the girls. Tia piped up. You ain't really got nothing to say to Tia because y'all came in together, so it's giving alliance by default. You decided that you were going to be mad at Wendy. And why are you mad at Wendy? Because Wendy has a beef with Kierna. She said, yeah, let's use some emotional intelligence here. I slept on it and now I don't have the same energy. Some emotional intelligence. Charlotte, is it in the room with us? Not you being friends with Kierna talking about let's have some emotional intelligence. Girl, bye. So then Wendy said, well, you know what? The way you just flipped on me, wow. She said, yes, wow, Wendy. Listen, I told y'all Angel gave me mean girl energy and not what she appeared to be. I told y'all. That's probably why she got them comments over on Instagram limited. Because I was looking at her page and she looks wonderful. And I was just like, why is her comments limited? And child, let me find out. And this is probably why. Listen, Angel, they baited you and you took the bait. It's the oldest trick in the book. Now you're trying to backpedal. Don't backpedal now. What did Kenya say at the pillow talk or pillow fight? Don't backpedal now. You can't backpedal. Angel, you got to stand on what you said. That's just that on that. And Kierna, don't sit here at this table and apologize to her yet again and then come right back as soon as the cameras go down and say, you know what? I didn't say that. This should teach both you and Kierna that if you want to protect your central nervous system, do not say things to Gizelle. Because now y'all arguing and she's sitting there with this silly ass fascinator on. And y'all arguing. Y'all are arguing, honey. So then Greg came in with $200 in 20s. I was like, sir, if you don't go on somewhere, honey. And here go Ashley. And he came in here, making it rain on the girls. Baby, it was about $200 to $300 in 20s. Okay? You're going to be fine. He tried to break up the mess, break the ice because it was going down. And I was like, oh, okay, saved by Gregory. So then they leave and they get on the Sprinter. Now, I guess this is a part of Wendy's event. They get on the Sprinter together and then they proceed to toast and drink. I could never be on this show. If I just got into it with you, I need at least 3 to 5 business days. Don't come around me for a minute because it takes me a while to calm myself down. So I'm not about to get into it with you and then 2 seconds later get on a damn Sprinter and start drinking. No. So Gizelle sees that Angel is upset. She's like, I want to give a toast to Angel because she's upset. Angel's like, no, I'm not upset. I'm mad. Girl, tomato, tomato. Angel then says, I feel like the group is misunderstanding me. Okay, Portia. Remember when Portia was crying on the way to Savannah because they understood Monique with a wise marriage, but they didn't understand her marriage told Frankenstein head ass Cordell. Cordell is not perfect by far. Girl, bye. So then Gizelle said, oh, so you mad at Wendy? She said, yes, but I'm also just mad. Girl, not the tranquil girl being mad. So then Kierna says, listen, I get your frustration because you want to get to know the ladies. And I speak aggressively, candidly, honestly, but it's from a place of love. So then she turns to Wendy and she says, like, even when I spoke on you, I didn't come from a place of like rah-rah. So then Stacey said, well, that's how you came to me. Like, what is your beef with me? It seems personal. Kierna said, girl, that's a different story. Stacey went right on ahead and clocked it. She said, Kierna, claims that she wants to get to know me, but she's had several events and she didn't invite me. Kierna said, well, you weren't on the list. Okay, my name's on the list. Stacey's isn't. It's just not. She said, it's not that deep. Girl, if that's not that deep, neither is this unnecessary beef with Wendy, but we've been hearing about it since episode 1. It's giving hypocrite. And hell, I thought y'all were past episode 3. When I saw 3, I said, oh, baby, we're going to be here all up into the new year. Why would y'all do this? I should have been locked up with Karen's wig, honey. Absolutely not. So then Kierna spilled some champagne on her, and Wendy was like, can I get a napkin for her to clean herself? And then she proceeds to start a full-on mess. And she said, listen, if I had on a cotton dress, I would wipe you up because I'm your friend. Isn't that your friend? So then Wendy is looking at Angel like, is that your friend? Is that your friend? So honey, they looking at each other crazy. Stacey said, girl, you got on a black dress. She's like, yeah, no, the material is not going to be able to do it. Stacey said, yes, you're her friend, right? So then Kierna, instead of addressing Wendy, she addresses Stacey. And she said, girl, mind your business. Next caller, mind your business. Well, baby, what she say that for? That tickled Gizelle. Oh, she was getting her whole life. She said, you know what? F off. F off to you and to Wendy. Stacey said, I don't talk like that. So then Kierna starts mocking her, saying that she still has her QVC voice. And Kierna, listen, it's giving bully energy. It's not even warranted or funny. I agree with Stacey. It seems personal. And Gizelle, you laugh and just tells me that you haven't changed. You love when people are bullied. I don't know what it is in you that makes these things enjoyable, but it's really a character flaw. And Kierna, you look silly. So then she says, I'm tired of these hoes, especially the one sitting next to me. So then Stacey says, oh, I'm a hoe. Angel came in with the assist because, honey, she don't want to make Kierna mad. She said it's just a colloquialism. Okay, so chin check is too aggressive, but calling her a hoe is okay. I don't care what kind of ism it is. Don't call me out of my government name. Like, girl, what is wrong with you? The goalpost is always moving. You were about to have a full-on meltdown because she said chin checked. But this lady who clearly doesn't like her can call her a hoe. And we supposed to be like, it's one of the isms. No, ma'am. Stacey said, well, I don't want to get chin checked. I'm sure you're the person to show me. Here comes Ashley. Okay, let's not do that. Ashley, be quiet. Okay, your trifling friend is the one that did it. And truth be told, the only reason why you're piping up is so that she doesn't turn on you. And so that the people can say, well, Ashley came in and said that she should have not said. I don't know about nothing that you say, Ashley. So just please be quiet. Pipe down. And if we really want to be real, her friend Angel didn't hesitate to bring it up. Her friend of 20 years brought it up. I know you don't think you're going to torment me in close quarters and call me a hoe, and I'm just going to sit quiet. See, y'all think Stacey is a punching bag. That's what it is. And so you expect her not to say anything. And who's to say she was talking about that? She could have simply been saying, you said you chin checked Angel, so I know you know how to do it. Who said it was anything about Little Debbie Snacks? Nobody said that. It's giving a hit dog will holler. Ashley just don't want to get chin checked, honey. I'm ready to chin check Stacey at this moment. Girl, I wish you and your little wig would. I wish you and your little wig would. Kierna, baby, you have been giving projection for the past 3 episodes. All season, and it's only been 3 episodes. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, it was giving Housewives a little bit of confusion. It was actually really good. Y'all comment down below, and I'm going to comment back because I've been talking for 42 minutes, and I don't even know what the hell I've been talking about. I'm feeling like Kierna. First, better, best. Child, goodbye. If you made it to the end of the review, I appreciate you. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.